All of them are Christian.
Because I want us to look at some national data here. In 2024, Human Angle Media reported nearly 9,600 deaths nationwide, and it estimated roughly 60% of the deaths were Muslim and 40% were Christian victims, and this was driven largely by farmer-herder clashes, terrorism, and communal retaliation. So when we see figures like this, does this now challenge the position that the killings are religiously motivated, especially against Christians?
Let me tell you something about these statistics. They say 60% Muslim. Killed by who? By Muslims. Based on different faith of sect. And do you know why this thing? It is the blood of the Christian that is fighting Islam. Those that have been killed. You see, when they came in, the factuals in Borno, they follow villages. On Sunday, they will enter a village and meet people worshipping on Sunday, and they will separate the male from the female, and all the male in the local area like Gwaza area, Madagali, these are in the North Borno area, and this is what is happening. They will slaughter all the male. Those that will survive in that church, they may have not come to church and they were able to escape death. And the women, they will select the one that they needed. They will rape them, they will do what they want, and this is one, they will leave the children at the mercy. Many of the Christian women relocated to the Middle Belt, and their land was seized. Their crops was vandalized. And even as I'm talking now, let the Nigerian government prove me wrong. Let them go to Ngoshe mountain around Gwaza. It has been occupied by Boko Haram. You can't climb that mountain. They declared it as their headquarters, a colony. And it is from there that they used to come down to come and kill. Now in all the village, after sending the Christian away, the Christian relocate. If you see Christian is in the urban area where there is security, maybe inside Maiduguri, you find Christian. I've been there. And most of them, if you are to interview them, fact finding, you will discover they run for refuge into the city. At least that's where they're getting covered. Rural areas of Borno, hardly you will find a Christian. The same thing in Katsina, the same thing in Zamfara, the same thing in Kano. If you are there as a Christian, you ought to be allegiant to them to control your life. So after they are left, now the machinery, the insurgent that they have brought, then the issue of faith came in. What happened? They started hitting. The Fulani were hitting the houses, killing them in the mosques, killing them in area. They know. This is factual statement because I've been there. I preached on television of Zamfara, NTA. I preached on Katsina. Even the day that I was in Gusau, that day, Matawale village, the president, his village was attacked. We were busy praying for them. Those that were able to escape, the Boko Haram entered that village of Matawale. And this is where Muslims are killing Muslims, the Izalas are killing other faith because of their indifferences. it is the blood of innocent Christians that is fighting them that were killed.
Okay, I want us to talk about the attacks, the alleged attacks in churches.
Yes.
Right, so you've shared harrowing accounts of your grandmother's heart being removed, and you also talked about your uncle's tongue being cut off.
Yes.
You also mentioned your best friend's wife and her kids, her 5 kids. You even said that she was, backing one of them. Now, recently, we saw that the pastor of Flaming Fire's ministry, Simon Back, was killed. But then he was killed in the farm. So all of these attacks, were they carried out in churches, or were most of them carried out in churches or in different regions?
In different regions. Some on the farm, some outside on the way from the market going home. They'll be ambushed, and hardly you hear that. And let me tell you something. They say farmer is a slogan of Islamic movement to deceive the world. That is farmers clashing. We have that even before the colonial, after the independence. We have that. We settle differences. Once Hardo or a Fulani man discover that his children have destroyed farm, before you wake up, he will be there at your doorstep. After worshiping, doing his salah, he will come and wait and say, please, yesterday my children came. That's how we are living peacefully. Because of that, we sympathize with them. We say, it's okay. But the present said that I know they are really troublemakers. And this is what is happening today, my sister. They butchered us. Even in the market, they can enter with AK-47 sporadically. And this is where they came to my village. Bay is in Riom local government. That's Riom district. Bay, this is where I grown up. And the Fulani knows that that is my village. They invented chanting Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, sporadic shooting all over the village from different angles. And this is the sound of their guns. I don't know whether it comes from, is it Iraq or Iran or anything. You hear kukum, 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 kukum. This is the sound of the terrorists in Islam. And when they enter the village, and this is what happened. They move after that night. Those that were able to escape helter-skelter, they were able to go and hide. Then they burned the villages. I was called. I have to take a journalist to that village the following morning. Because I wanted to go down there. They said, no, don't come this night. They can do something for you. I was crying. I couldn't sleep. My wife is here with me. She know I was restless in Bukuru that time. Until when it was in the morning, I was able to move. Come and see children that came out from the bush, and they were in a trauma. Women that hid themselves and went reluctantly into the village. The youths that escaped, they gathered themselves and come back into the village. They were following me into the house. What will I see? I was able to see my grandmother that I grown up with in Gomata. And the youths were challenging me that they want us to bring something for their self-defense. And we didn't do anything. And look at it here. When I saw her corpse, the youths are the one that opened her chest for me. And I saw a broken knife. There was no heart. They asked me, would they remove that knife? I said, no, leave it there. Let that knife become a weakness for us when eternity comes. Wherever they are, they will not escape judgment. Then they say I should follow them again. Behind the yard, here is my uncle's corpse called Dangai. His tongue was removed. I asked the youth, they asked me, what will I do? That day I was surprised to see the governor Jonah Jang. I had serene. He came to the village, and you have to cross 2 rivers. He came, and we did the burial. 13 people were killed. The monument is there. We didn't build it, but by God's grace we built it. They took me to my childhood friend. We grown up. Dalio gang. What will I see? I went into his house. I saw his wife, 4 children. They are on other side struggling. And the woman, there's nothing she can do. The fire just came down and burned them all. The woman quickly pulled her child at the back, seeking for the way to escape. I discovered they locked the door so that none of them will come out. That is how we buried her with her child at the back. The agony of Christian in Nigeria.
So I want to find out, all of these attacks that you have mentioned, they're quite harrowing, and I'm sorry about your grandmother and your uncle. Have there been instances where you heard about Muslims also being attacked in a similar manner?
Let me tell you, no Christian attack Muslims. If you see a Muslim dead, where did he die? It is in our village.
So you're saying the Muslims also attack other Muslims?
I'm talking about when you see another attack, Muslims are saying they are killed, we killed them. Ask them, where did we kill them? In self-defense in the village, casualties came. In our village, they loot the village. Look at this village. Look at this material. These are all the houses that they burned. Look at the number of people, number of houses destroyed, 120 in one village. Total number of dead. Because God was able, and this is Christmas Eve, 1 person. But the other village, you can see me at their gravesite burying people at that place. But this village, disease, and this is the person that died, Mr. Tambaya. Total number of displaced people in that one village that they burned, including the church building. These are factuals that are here. In that process, some of the Muslim fought casualties. And there's one thing, the Fulani always come with extra people that in case, in self-defense, the fought casualties, they drag their corpse. They know I'm saying the truth. They know, you are listening to me. They drag their corpse to their ruga. And they will go and videotape and say, we killed them. Where? We have never moved to Ruga where they are settling. But I'm asking God, God, if it is your will, give us just 1 day to visit Ruga. Then they will know what stuff Christians are made of. But we have been exercising patience based on our faith in Christ. Jesus said, love your enemy. Others will allow them to enter and eat the remaining crops that we left over. With full of love. Look at another village again that I went. It was dangerous. Oh God, help me. This is where Reverend was killed. And look at the houses. They were burned down. And I thank God the chief of defense staff came. This is NTV community. They came, Nigerian government came. The present chief of defense staff, Junior Matawali, he came. That day I knelt down, I begged them, let them help us. Why is it that it's only the Muslim always come to our domain and attack us?
Okay, so
why?
You have mentioned that, in your statement now, you've mentioned that the governor of Plateau State came to one of the villages when it was attacked. You also mentioned that the chief of defense staff came. So that means that it has reached their ears. Has there been any follow-up since then regarding this? And what was the response?
Do you know that minister of, I don't get her name, that minister of humanitarian that was removed by present government? Because that woman was able to mobilize and bring materials as directed by the president. When she brought, I don't know what happened. After what she has done, there's a gimmick. Control by Islamic agenda in Asorok. I don't know what happened. Just to hear that that woman was removed. Maybe she has a shortcoming. But I know her shortcoming cannot be compared with Muslims that are working with Tinubu destruction of this nation, so but they are not removed.
If you're referring to Dr. Betta Edu, is that it?
Yeah, that woman, I didn't get her name. That woman really helped. So I look at it, they say, Kai, this woman helped these people. In fact, she's going to cause harm for Islam in the north. They maneuver the way they remove her. You see, any person in Jos, when Darie, my governor, Joshua Darie, hear very well, they have been killing us in mass from village to village. And do you know what happened? When he saw in one of the village that this machinery that were hired, many of them, our youth killed them in our territory. So the former general secretary of Miyeti Allah, Saleh Bayari, he packed the corpse to the government house. I imagine that day the governor Darie said, you people have been killing Christians. I didn't say anything because my hand. Now you brought the corpse, what do you want me to do? The Christians have never packed their corpse to bring to me. It's an offense to Islamic war. Since from that day, they started attacking this man because they want him to use all machineries to kill the Muslims. But he refused.
Okay, very quickly, I want us to go back to the removal of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs that you mentioned.
Yes.
Did she...
Oh na 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 na. Why I say that is why I am. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our province of Biafran, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 12th day of the 11th month, being November 2025. Tata Obo Obochinko. Therefore, I do hereby welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Please welcome them onto this hallowed platform, Radio Biafra London House of Service, a revolutionary radio that is meant for dissemination of information leading to both mental and physical liberation. Therefore, we are here live and direct. Once again, today is the 12th day of November 2025. That's Habo Bochenko. We are on multiple platforms, as you may know, on multiple platforms. We are on FM in many parts of Biafra land. We are on FM frequency modulation 102.1 FM on different parts of Biafra land. Also, we are on satellite. We are on satellite, free to air satellite. Please go to the radio section of the satellite and you will search for Radio Biafra London and you will see us there. Also, we are on our application, IPOB Community Radio. IPOB Community Radio is a very low data consuming application that is purposely made in order to accommodate our people on ground zero, because we know that Nigeria is a disgraced country, a shithole, as Trump described it. It is a shithole, honestly. No electricity, no central electricity. You have to provide everything for yourself. You build your house, you dig your borehole, you provide either solar energy, solar panel for yourself, or you buy a disgraced generator that you keep on fueling, polluting the whole environment. It is a disgraced country, honestly, and we must continue. Therefore, you can also download, as you download IPOB Community Radio, it is in your Play Store application. You can also download Simple Radio. Simple Radio is also an application, and inside that Simple Radio, you now search for Radio Biafra London. The same thing applies if you download Radio Garden. You also search for Radio Biafra London, and you'll be hearing direct. Moreover, you can visit our website, log into our website, www.ipob.org. www.ipob.org. Once you are there, you click on live broadcast and you'll be hearing our voice. Please. Also, besides the live broadcast, you see where it is written donate to IPOB or support ESN through PayPal. If you want to support what we are doing, of which you should, as a Biafran you should. If you're a lover of freedom, you should do that, because what we are doing requires finance. It doesn't matter whether you are not IPOB member or registered IPOB member. It doesn't deter you from supporting what we are doing, please. Remember that whatever that the Nigerian agents and those ignorant people or mischievous Igbos talks about Biafra or talks about IPOB, because when you enter into some X spaces, they used to, these are mischievous set of human beings. Igbo people, they make much ado about nothing. It is ESN. Those that are sponsoring ESN, they are killing our people. They always tell you, these are people, ESN, that are killing Igbos. These are lies they have been propagating from the pit of hell. And it is becoming childish. You understand me? Remember the function, the motive of Nigeria is to make sure that they compromise ESN, they compromise IPOB, or form parallel ESN that will, confuse people by their actions, thereby turning the people against IPOB and ESN. And this is what they did. This is what they use Ekperima to do, despite our warnings and warnings and warnings. That is what systems do, governments do. This is what they do. Whenever there is something being started in order to raise awareness or to fight injustice for a set of people, they always like to compromise it. Not like, they always act. I have been saying this is intelligence work. Let me give you just what entered my head. Let me just give you an example. Do you see this cultism that is destroying our people today in many parts of our land, right from universities to the streets, killing people, cultists? Do you know this black axe? Do you know aye? Many of us know it. If you pass through the university in Nigeria, you must know about all this cultism. Do you know black axe? Do you know what happened? Do you know today it is completely evil, demonized? They are using it now. It is no longer what it was formed for. Do you know that black axe you are seeing today as an evil cultist or cult that is killing people? Do you know where it started from? It was a new black movement of Africa movement. A new black movement of Africa. That was the original name that was formed in 1977 in Nigeria, in University of Benin. Are you getting me? A new black mode, they call it NBM. It was formed in 1977. And that time, due to both Festac and black emancipation and Pan-Africanism that was going on, originally that time, it was formed with good intention. It was formed to raise awareness. That is why you see their logo is two wrists in chain, but the X in the center is breaking the chain. That is the original aim of formation of this new black movement of Africa. The original NBM, Neo Black Movement. The Western intelligence understand this, because one of the original vision and goals of this Neo Black Movement is Pan-Africanism, anti-oppression, cultural pride, and intellectual approach. These are the very nice reasons for forming this Neo Black Movement of Africa, which today has been hijacked by infiltrators and rubbish today to be a cultist movement that kills people, that breaks people's head, that shatters people's skulls. You know, it was completely infiltrated and taken over by the colonial intelligence, because they know that if they allow it to grow, it will be another thing altogether to fighting for the emancipation of Africa. Anti-oppression, anti-colonialism. Now they infiltrated it and now turned it into what you are seeing today as cults, that they use it to kill people anyhow. They use it to for vengeance, for drug businesses. We should learn. This world we are in is an evil world. If you are not strong, even whatever you form with good intention will be hijacked and used, and it will become a badass. It will become a gangrene. It will become a bad reference till thy kingdom come. That is why you see IPOB, we protect IPOB jealously. You see IPOB, zero tolerance to insubordination. Do you see IPOB? IPOB, we don't tolerate evil. We don't tolerate corruption. We are anti-corruption movement. And so it shall continue being. Are you getting it? No, there is no time we shall relinquish. That is it. This black axe you are seeing today, that is killing people, cultism. It was formed with good intention in order to defend the black race, in order to promote Pan-Africanism, in order to promote African culture. It is a neo-colonialism, an anti-colonial movement. Very good. But the Western intelligence, they know how to do it. They know how to infiltrate. They infiltrated it and destroyed it. And they became what you are seeing today. They now, politicians, are into it, using it to commit atrocities. That is why, do you see IPOB, do you see ESN? We must defend it jealously. There is no... what they did against IPOB using Ekperima, many people don't understand the length. Many people don't understand. Had it been IPOB is not strong, by today there wouldn't be anything like IPOB. Remember, every time they say, they have destroyed IPOB, they have defeated IPOB, they have... That is what... Now, if you are a genuine IPOB, clap for yourself. You are sent. You know what we fought, and we continue fight. No relenting. Every day of our life is fighting, because we need to defend IPOB jealously. No, there should be no infiltration tolerated, no corruption. IPOB will never see corruption, otherwise we are gone. Otherwise, they will turn IPOB, they will turn ESN into black axe you are seeing today, a cultist movement. This is what they know how to do. That is why they poured in money. Do you remember when Ekperima used to do, what do you call it, fundraising? Do you remember? Money pours from everywhere. Ask yourself, who is giving all this money? Money used to come from everywhere. Everybody, they are sponsoring. Where are those people today? These are the shadows, the shadows of intelligence units. These are agents of Nigerian intelligence and even British intelligence that are sponsoring. Their goal is to make sure to mix up ESN, compromise it, and turn it into what Black X is today, to its original goal. You know why we say all these things? For the people, for these powers, this Illuminati, to understand that we have also Illuminati in IPOB. We know their plans, so that is why we expose them. It is our duty for them to know that we know what they know and what they want to do beforehand, and we want our people. That is it. All those secrets they are portraying, they use in destroying, turning people turning people against themselves, turning brothers against brothers, brainwashing people, deceiving, making people to fight their messiahs. No, we want them to know that we know all these things. That is why we expose them. They are not the only ones illuminated. We have illuminated souls in IPOB. That is why I tell some people they are ignorant of what IPOB is. Just take example of this Black X today. It's a bad example. Anything you see, Black X, you see, it's a complete bad example to any person you talk about. That is a cultist, Black X. He's a killer, he's a cultist, which is true. But the original plan, the original movement is called Neo-Black Movement of Africa, NBM. It was formed in Nigerian University in 1977, in University of Benin. The goal was so pure, to educate our people, to defend the black race, to defend our culture, to encourage Pan-Africanism. It was an anti-colonial movement. But today, where is it? They want IPO ESN to be like that. No, we are here. This journey, we are prepared. Once we are exposed, once we have all this information, I'm telling you, our enemies will not outsmart us, because we know what they want to do. Do you know that if they succeeded in making IPOB leadership to fall on the pressure of some of our people, even inside IPOB? Now supporting if Mazi Jonathan came out that time, he will be calling names of criminals being used. Those insubordinators, even from ESN, that have fallen apart, that have been compromised, Mazi Jonathan will continue hammering their name, because he knows where these people are heading, where Nigerian government is heading. I could remember that time, some of our people even were annoyed. Why is this man mentioning names? Why just let her, okay, if you say you are not a part of them, just do what you're quietly, don't talk. Oh. Ignorance is a disease. I'm telling you. Had they been withheld that line, by now there will be nothing like IPOB. every one of us would have run away in the diaspora. Because once they convicted that Ekperima, they say, okay, all of them are the same. So the EU will use that judgment in order to circulate it in all the EU, and from there, every other international community. They will say, IPOB is banned. By that time, excuse talk less of I don't want to be tagged. If I send my money to IPOB, they will trace it. Yeah, I will have a problem. They say I'm sponsoring a terrorist organization. My nationality will be revoked. Balagan, no more. No, but you excuse from beginning. No, this is not, and they will turn the blame to the leadership. They don't sabi anything. Now them scatter IPOB. And we say IPOB because that is one thing many of our people know how to do. Laughing off things that are so serious. Just using things, very serious issues to make caricature. That is what Nigerian government planned to do, but they couldn't achieve it, and that is why we continue fighting. Are you hearing me? If you are hearing my voice, if you are listening to me, please, as a Biafran, make sure you are engaged. You support this fight. This is the hardest fight. It's more tedious than even shooting guns and bombs. I'm telling you. It's more tedious, because without brain, without thinking, you enter into one chance. Before you know it, it's too late. Ekperima has been taken out of the way, and IPOB is progressing. Even in Finland, IPOB is recognized by Finnish government, and here we continue moving. So we will never allow ESN to be turned into black X of today as a cultism, a killer cult. You know, different from the original plan of the movement. The movement is known, or was called, started as New Black Movement of Africa from 1977. That is it. So we must protect this struggle jealously. We must protect it. That is why I love the DOS. You know, the leadership of this struggle, they are not there to make you happy, because this is one thing our people want. Somebody that will give them something that when they remember it, they feel okay. Whether it is real, whether it is true or lie, that is not their problem. Just do it. Once they remember it, give them false hope. That is why our people food church, you know. That is why our people are believers, because they want something they can rely upon. I mean, their mind. Whenever they remember it, they say, anyway, you quote one Bible version. I mean, one Bible verse. For even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. This is one thing that gives our people, you know, happiness. They want something to hold, at least. Anytime, they don't care the authenticity. That is not their problem. And the leadership continue moving on. IPOB continue moving on in its pure form. I say maintaining her purity. That is why Daniel Bwala is crying. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is why Nigerian government is crying. When people talk against IPOB, I say I laugh at them. When I see some people on X talking rubbish, IPOB are miscreants, I laugh. I say these are where you are talking, it is only in your space. maybe a few people are listening. Maybe among 200, 300 people that are listening, it's only 50 that has the same mindset with you, and you're talking, think that you have arrived. Go and ask Nigeria. Nigeria understand, they have intelligence. Nigeria understands what IPOB is doing. Britain understands very well. It's not you as individual. Individual, you don't know nothing, because you don't see nothing, you don't know nothing. For you, whatever you don't know, whatever you don't see does not exist. That is not IPOB. IPOB is, we are on it. You see the struggle, we did here. Therefore, support what we are doing. Financially support IPOB. Donate to ESN. Forget about the demonization. Forming, Dave Umahi, when he was the governor, he posted that he will form a parallel movement that will destroy IPOB. And that was when they recruited a Berima. That is it. And we were at alert. The only thing that keeps this movement alive and pure is our alertness. No slumber. We are always on the watchtower, watching. Military formation. They always have sentry people, individuals or small groups. The forward watchers, people in the watchtowers, in the high places watching. Those that are monitoring, even electronically, on screens, their eyes never leave. You understand? So know when the enemy is trying to infiltrate. That is what IPOB is doing. So whenever you see any action of the DOS, please welcome it with open mind. They know what they are doing. Sometimes maybe when you look at it as an individual, it might not make sense to you, but it's later you will understand. Later. From London. Today is the 12th day of November 2025. In Nigeria, over to the Sokoto Caliphate is a problem. That is it. The only solution of Nigeria, the only solution of the situation in Nigeria, the Christian genocide, is balkanization of Nigeria. And that is where we stand. That is the only solution. Are you getting it? That is what, because you see, the Mazi Jonathan Chinedu said it last time on Saturday, that leaving Nigeria the way it is, the caliphate has hijacked. Britain is in charge of the crude oil in Biafran, and they are getting everything through the caliphate. So the oil and gas that they are using to sponsor all this terrorism is in the hand of the caliphate. The only way to stop them, to stop this Christian genocide, is to divide Nigeria so that the caliphate will no longer have access to oil and gas and other minerals in Biafran land. Listen, they have oil in the north, but you know why they are using the mineral resources in Biafran land? Because it is not there for them. They know that one way or the other Nigeria must divide. One way or the other. So they continue looting. It is not their own thing. It is not their thing. You know, when you are using, for example, you know, you see, when you are in a mansion that is not yours, a mansion that you just found yourself in that mansion, everything is there, and you have a sense of that a day will come, the owner will come back. You don't know the owner, you just imagine. You will enjoy the maximum. You will go over the whole rooms there, checking whether there are even gold or anything that you can take, because it's not yours. Anytime, the owner can come anytime. So you have to make maximum usage of your time there. That is what the Fulani they do. The Sokoto Caliphate is doing. Now, if Nigeria divides and the North have their own country, as Ariwa or as Nigeria, name them. Now, the resources in their land, they will now learn how to use it judiciously. Do you see that? do you see that? They now know how to use it judiciously, because it is their thing. It's just like Shell, Britain, Netherlands, European companies drilling in Nigeria, drilling oil and gas. They don't care, they drill anyhow because it's not in their, it's not their country. They pollute the air, they don't care, they pollute the environment. What matters to them is to get maximum profit. That is not, the environmental pollution is not their problem, because it's not their land. Are you getting the gist now? But they cannot drill like that in their own countries. Never. The Ayrton can never do what they are doing in Biafra land, in Texas. It's impossible. They can't burn them, because that is their place. They have different rules. They have things, standards to maintain. Otherwise, even their license will be taken away. But once they are in foreign land, they do it anyhow they want it. If you talk, they will hire military. They are in charge of Nigerian military. They will tell Nigerian military to kill the people. That is what they do. In many, let me tell you how they behave. In mostly coastal parts of Biafra land, what all these companies do, they have their vassal representative, who is either a PG or the so-called king of the community. There is the general of the community, maybe in Boni, in Okrika, where they are drilling oil and gas and everything, moving oil. They don't observe any type of they don't have anything to fear about. Now they will be pumping that person, that king of the place, or this Eze of that place, with money. For that person, what they are giving him is money, but for the drilling company is nothing, is crumbs. Anytime the population wants to rise up or even stage a peaceful demonstration against the actions of the foreign